other as a crew is obviously more beneficial than if someone's trying to pull the whole boat by themselves. So we're going to work on just that today. Just getting just enough. So what I mean by that is where, again, I'm going to record you, for one. I'm going to see what each and every one of you are doing. What I mean by just enough, I just want you to feel just enough pressure on the blade, up front, and then relax. So you should feel it dissipate at the end of the stroke. Hard, then relax. Hard, then relax. Grab, then just sit up. Grab, drop the hands. 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 Grab. So what I'm not doing is, I'm not putting power in the back. Okay? What I'm doing is I'm establishing a connection here, like I'm stepping. Step, 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 step. So you've got to feel that connection with that blade before you do anything else. Feeling that top, feeling that blade face as you make pressure. Okay? I want no power. I just want you to grab water, drop the hands. Nice and relaxed. And I want the recovery strokes slow. Slow. Everything's slow. Alright? Putting your weight behind the shaft and then simply sitting up. You got it? You may be grabbing, but then your pinky's out like this. Okay? I want you to squeeze as hard as you can right now and keep that pinky open. Go ahead and grab that shaft. Grab that shaft first. When everybody grab, put your paddles up in the air, grab it, just squeeze it. Squeeze it as hard as you can with both hands, all fingers wrapped around it. So put your fingers wrapped around it. Pinky wrapped around it too. Okay, squeeze, squeeze. Now keep squeezing, take that pinky out. Feels weird, right? Put that pinky back in. Take it out. Put it in. Take it out. Put it in. Start feeling that on your forearm. Go ahead and relax. You ever felt your forearms get tight during the race? That's the reason why. That is the reason why. How do I know this? I remember realizing myself during 3 years ago at Hano, my forearm was getting tight, and I deliberately told myself I'm going to do 80%. I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to race this race. I'm going to do my race. All of a sudden, my forearms are firing up. I'm like, how is this possible? Doing this for 9 miles. But all I had to do is stick it in there. Put it in there and grab. Okay? Put it in there and grab. We're going to do that one-hand drill here in a second. But for now, let's go back. Same drill. Accelerating, setting, grabbing, relaxing once the bottom hand passes the knee. Focus on keeping your pinkies locked. Okay? Here we go. Double hole. How did that feel? Did you change your pinky situation?
Better control.
More control. Exactly, because gentlemen and ladies, your bottom hand is the stabilizer. It is not the power. Your top hand and your body is the power. You have to hold on to that stability as you sit up and come up and pick it up. Set that stability again. Okay? Bottom hand is a connection point, not necessarily a power point. Just like your feet, when you connect, you're not supposed to really. See what happens when I kick the boat? You do this nonsense on the limited, that's all you're doing. You're just staying in one spot. Alright? Kicking the boat, but all you're doing is putting your weight back into the boat. So we don't want to kick, but we want to connect. 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 My foot is there to connect so that way I can bring my hip forward, because what's underneath my hips? What is underneath your hips? What's underneath your glutes?
The boat.
The boat! The boat! Right? I'm bringing I'm not pulling. If I pull with my bottom arm, I take my hips out of the equation. Mike, what's happening with you? You're going down, then you're hipping up. Okay? I always got to tell myself not to blame one. Ricky's setting up and he's putting his weight behind it. So he's here, he's grabbing, he's getting his body, then hands. Hands, then body, body, then hands. So when you're behind it, get your body to sit up first. Connect. So, but for now, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to do one hand drill. Okay? One hand drill. All you're going to do, we're going to do one hand drill. You're going to set the blade. You're just going to sit up. Let the bottom hand come to your hip. Once it comes to the hip, you pick it up. Don't pull on it. Just set it. Hold on to it. Sit up. Locomotive. Set. What you're not seeing me do is this. My bottom arm is straight, so I gotta pick it up. I'm using my body. As my body sits up, my bottom hand comes down. Keep your elbows straight. Put that blade in. Relax your shoulder. Okay? Relax that bottom shoulder. Okay, let's try this. Go. Okay? It's going to take some core control. It's going to take some body control to do that. If you pull with your bottom hand, what's going to happen is you set, you're going to, you're going to have a nice little kiss. I've had that happen, and it hurts. So don't kiss the T-handle. Okay? Set, push yourself up. 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 Okay? Here we go. If I could get a bunch of 70-year-old ladies in a Dragon Boat to do this, I could get you guys to do this. You gotta think. Right now you're fighting your muscle memory. Muscle memory is our common denominator that's gonna work against us right now. I want you to think, because if you think, you're using muscle intelligence instead. You're not using muscle memory. You're incorporating new memories. You're building new perspectives. So I want you to think. So don't put power into it. If you gotta go slow, strokers, go slow. Take your time. Understand the motion. Don't worry about going fast right now. Feel each other. Let's go ahead and do that. Everybody. Paddle set. Okay. So what I'm essentially doing, and it's hard to distinguish, I know. I'm setting and I'm grabbing. Grab. 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 Okay? It's not a stab. It's a grab. Okay? We want to use this to grab the water so we can pull ourselves forward. If we stab, we're not grabbing. We're driving ourselves down. Go ahead, spin it, guys. Let you have your top hand now. I'm going to let you have your top hand the whole time. And I just want you to think about, just like if you're doing that grab, set, push, set, push, set, push, set, push. What you're doing is you're setting that blade, putting your weight behind the shaft, between the space between the bottom hand and top hand, locking it in, pushing yourself up. Pushing yourself up. Like a push up. But you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. If you pull, you collapse. Okay? If you pull too soon, you collapse. So get that hand out and set. And push. Move that body forward. Nice and slow. Okay? Alright, boys. Good. Yeah, what was good about it? Felt solid. Felt solid. Felt smooth. Okay? Not a lot of herky-jerky. Right, not a lot of herky-jerky because you were controlling your movements. Six man, how'd it feel?
A lot better.
Huh?
We're going fast.
Yeah, you guys moving good. I was just saying how it feels.
Feels
good.
Smooth.
Together.
Yeah, right? So again, when you get on the unlimited, I cannot stress it enough that that same feeling is crucial, and you can't muscle to get that feeling. Not unlike the traditionals where you have 400 pounds against your own personal weight. You, by design, each paddler weighs heavier than the canoe itself. Those pulques weigh 140, 150 pounds at most. And so Yeah, we have to focus on that connection, right? That connection of that blade and that water together. Then,
I have to
Wait a second!
clarify
What
that.
are you talking about? 150 pounds!
Well, that's when you wet. I gotta take care of my
And you have your
crew,
wet
Don't
yeah, yeah.
Don't be saying
I'm
that.
just simply saying it's like, you know, by default, most for us,
On average.
Yeah, on average. On average.
The mo.
That's why the women run better than the men anyway. Okay, so it's true. So in any event, so that whole drill, gents and ladies, about that getting that grab and that punch. What I want you to think about is when every time you hit the water, look what happens to the T-handle. Right? So notice what I'm doing with my bottom hand, right? Do you see me pulling? No, of course not, right? But if I'm hitting the water, I'm locking it in. But I get my top hand to lock that T-handle in so I can lock it. Now if I pull, if I hit, it's kind of hard to do, but if I pull, all I'm doing is I'm just slapping. Damn, that hurt. Right? I'm not, so you don't want to pull with that bottom arm. Lock it in. Let that T-handle, let the top hand go up. Setting that blade, locking it in. Set, grab. Okay? We always talk about catch. Get your catch. Blah. Set the blade. Grab. Set the blade. Grab. We gotta set. Just like if you're gonna lift a weight, you gotta put your hands on the weight first, right? You gotta wrap your hands around the weight. Then you grab, and then you're like, oh yeah, I can feel this is about 50 pounds. Then you say, I can do the weight or not, right? It's the same concept, gang. It's the same concept, and as we go into more practice, I'm gonna talk about down throttling and up throttling, understanding, okay, when you get tired, how much you should grab, how much you should maintain, or how much you should do. We're gonna talk about that. We have 3 months. We have a lot of time to talk about, but for now, I just want you to think about that connection with your hands, because we want to grab water. We want to grab water to bring ourselves to the spot to replace the blade. Grab water, grab water, grab water. Not stab water. See the difference? So what we're going to do next, we're going to spin it around, and I'm going to have you, I did this with the Dragon Boat team this last week, so Rich, we're going to work on grabbing water. I really want you to think about you're reaching out and you're grabbing with both hands. Notice how I'm here, just grabbing water. I'm on a Sunday paddle in Hawaii. Just nice, So Jim, one of the things that, as I was watching you the whole time, you're collapsing on yourself. I want you to just reach out, just get your hands out in front of you, just go forward and back. Try not to push yourself down. Try not to allow your body to go down. Just think, smell the flowers, okay? Forward and back. Try not to let yourself go down, okay? Get your hands out, boom. Try that, let me see. Just enough. Let the blade, and then just go forward and put the blade in the water. Try not to make any bubbles. Don't pull any more than you need to. Look at that. Okay, forward and back. Just go forward and relax. How'd that feel? Easy. Go ahead and relax. Go ahead and relax. That's what I want you to do. You pull the whole boat by yourself. Place when we want to put power. What we want to put, imagine putting that same kind of power, that same kind of effort in that smoothness, right? Versus. So what I want you to do, gentlemen and ladies, we're gonna go ahead and spin it, and I really want you to think about grabbing as hard as you can Grab as hard as you can, but then just relax. Put all the work on that grab. Put all that work on that grab and then go forward. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Focus on putting all your effort just in that one instant. Just in that one instant of you putting that blade in the water, you set and you grab, and then you relax and then forward quickly. Okay? Grab as hard as you can, but then nothing behind it. Okay? It's a mind game. See if you can win. Okay? How did it feel?
Great.
That's what I want to hear. I don't know how it feels. All I know it looks good. Well, it was a stark contrast, and this is why the double hole is so important, gang. Because in the 6-man, you've got to contend with this thing, the ama, right? And it displaces water. You don't get the benefit so much of the feel and the connection as you would if you're on the double hole when everybody's hitting together. And it, me, personally, simulates what it is that we're trying to achieve when we're in the unlimited, right? You've got 12 bodies paddling together as one, right? By design, you guys are doing really well because I'm getting a hell of a workout this afternoon, right? I'm gonna have to start paddling and you guys are now really, the idea is to understand the feel, right? Are you capturing that? Or am I just saying the stuff is funnier one after the other? Do you feel any different with the double hole right now? Good. Not better to understand. Right. Right. Now you gotta watch the other crew right next to you, right? It's another thing, it's monkey see, monkey do. Right? The idea is that you're right, you gotta keep on timing the person to your left, your right. There's something to be said about that. Whereas like in 6-man, all you got is the person in front. Now you've got front, left, right, however, whichever which way. And you're feeling when the boat's left and right. Hole. I want the left side. When you put your blade in, don't put any power until you put it in the back. Right side, put your power only in the front. We'll see what happens. Okay? Get myself out of the corner in the ring and open myself up a little bit better. Right? So on this next piece, what I want you to do is I want you to get just we're gonna do nice and easy. We're gonna finish off nice and fluid. Nice and fluid. And I want just nice, even slow recovery. And when you get that recovery, when you put that blade in water, punctuate the grab. Just feel your hands, grab it. Grab it with both hands as you lock that blade in the water. First put it in the water, then grab, okay? Put the blade in the water first, then grab, and then relax, okay? Let's work on that. It's just about feel, okay? We're not gonna spend a lot of time on feel, but it's probably the most important, right? So we're gonna take this next week, and maybe next Tuesday after that, I want at least 4 practices in the double hole where everybody gets a chance, even if you're on the 6-man, to focusing on feel and not putting power. Because truth be told, for me, it's a lot easier to find the grab on a heavier boat than it is on the unlimited. On the unlimited, I have to think. I have to, okay. Just like on the 1-man, I gotta think about my glutes, my core, my whole body. I don't want it to get back. There's a lot to think about. Whereas in the big boat, you put that blade in, you feel weight immediately. You feel it. Woo. I don't have to think. It's there already. So, as we go through these drills, I really want you to think about what it is that you're feeling on your hands. And I really want you to think on this last piece, as you're putting that blade in the water, think about that space between the bottom hand and the top hand as being equal. And as long as you know that's equal, then the space between the bottom hand and the top hand, the bottom hand and the blade is equal as well. Okay? Equal. Bottom hand, top hand, bottom hand, blade. Okay? 3 points of connection, right? If worst case scenario, we don't have connection here, we at least have connection between here. And thinking about putting your weight behind that shaft and then simply sitting up. Alright? Making sure you're dropping your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Let's rest it up. So Jim, we'll work on it a little bit more as you got a strong guy. You got strong man syndrome right now. You wanna crank. Yeah? So I want you to put no power. Just go through the motions. Don't worry about power right now. Just set the blade in the water. Feel it. Imagine you're 12 years old. I hadn't been told this. Some of you guys already heard me say this already. My coach told me I needed to paddle like a 12-year-old kid because I was too strong and I was just pulling I was the crab in the boat. And I became that 12-year-old kid in the boat. Then we started moving pretty good. Probably could have done better if I wouldn't do what I was doing from the get-go, but I didn't. So, but the idea is just enough to find the pressure so you can just get yourself up and stay connected with your crew. Okay? Same thing here, boys. Stay just enough to stay connected with your crew. Feel that between your two hands. So far, so good. Any questions?